The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. A's go quickly and quietly there. They still find themselves down 6-0. All set for the start of the inning. And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. The pitch. Freeman, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. That one hammered but pulled foul. The pitch. That one misses, and a count 1-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And now the lefty. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. On to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate, and people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Smith up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
That one missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The Dodgers up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a base hit.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And now it's Max Muncy. And that one clips the corner. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
And he chases that one. And there's 2 away.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Left-hand hitter waits. Smoke to right center, and this one's going to go out of here. That was blasted to the moon, and they add a pair. It's 8-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
2 outs, nobody on. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
And before the 0-1, he asks for time. And there's a foul ball. The 0-2. And that's in the dirt.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
That one not close. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at that, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Ruiz sizes this one up, makes the catch, and that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now an 8-0 game. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Seth Brown. And the pitch. And a foul ball.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Next offering upstairs. And a foul ball. Foul tip, and he hangs on for strike 3.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. You got to put a ball in play.
Now it's J.D. Davis. Went down on strikes his first time through. Ball 1 there. That misses. Now 2-0.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Right-hander kicks, deals. In the air, left field. Moving under this one. That's out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Bleday in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Kicks and deals. And misses inside. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. And 1-2-3 go the A's. Still 8-0. Back here in the East Bay. And now the DH, Shohei Ohtani. As the lefty gets to work. And that's outside.
So back in 2023, Shohei hit a home run, stole a base, and had a scoreless pitching outing in the same game. You'll never guess the last person to do it.
Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, you're good.
I feel like I've heard that one before. Lifted in the air, right center field. Ruiz sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. Here's Kike Hernandez. On a line, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. And, man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Betts, the next to hit, takes outside.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Now a screamer into the outfield. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
So first and second with 2 outs. And up next for Los Angeles, Freddie Freeman. He's already homered in this game. Swinging a drive, deep right field. Brown ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track. So they strand a pair. 7, 8, 9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. It's the Dodgers 8 and the A's nothing. And we're back. Now it's going to be Shea Langoliers. And the right-hander back to work. Fastball almost got him there.
No strike.
Not close with that one. And now 2-0. Right through there for a strike. There's a strike.
2-2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I think he's got to be feeling pretty invincible out there on the mound right now. I mean, he's got the shutout working so far, and even when he challenges these guys, he's getting away with it. That pitch right there really wasn't anything special, a hittable pitch, but he gets the punch out.
Man at first with one gone. Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Nick Allen. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Smith hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Up next for Oakland.
So 2 down now, and here is Ryan Noda. Up and in, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
That one in there across the letters.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Righty to the plate. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the inning. 1 left for Oakland, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Top of inning number 7, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith.
The catcher, Will Smith.
The pitch. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Activity in the bullpen. Scott Alexander preparing to come on if needed. Gott getting loose as well. And here it comes. Foul ball, still 0-2. Kicks and fires. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fastball, and it gets out of the way.
Ball, 2 strikes.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. And a pitch. Wouldn't chase that time.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Bounce to third. Davis. The throw to first. And they get the out on Smith. Muncy digs in. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Foul ball there. Bases empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. And there's a ball. And down on strikes he goes. Now 2 away.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And the 0-1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
And a curve misses outside.
It's a good take.
2 outs. Good eye right there.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Teoscar Hernandez to bat next. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Globber to right field, way back, gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 9-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
Kyle Muller on to pitch out of the pen here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for L.A., Teoscar Hernandez. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, and he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Man at second here with 2 away. Now it's the DH, Shohei Ohtani. That's out to center field. Ruiz drifts towards it. And that's the 3rd out. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 9-0. Back in Oakland, bottom of the inning, digging in for Oakland, Zach Geloff. And he deals. And first offering is fouled off. Righty delivers. Strike 2.
0-2.
And ball 1. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur. So now here's the DH, Brent Rooker. That one missed. The Dodgers up big in this one. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That misses the zone. 2-2.
2-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings and misses, struck him out. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
So up next, Seth Brown. In for a strike. It's 0-1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's a ball and a strike. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And the righty deals. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Lifted in the air, right field. Sizes this one up. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 8th, and now the right fielder, Enrique Hernandez. The lefty fires. On the ground, into the outfield, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Gavin Lux steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And first offering is fouled off. Muller, a 6'7" lefty. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice two-strike pitch, though.
At the belt and fires. That one ripped right center field. Ruiz going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Got it started a little too early. Strike
No
one.
ball. One strike.
The Dodgers up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No ball.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Swings and misses. Third out. One left for L.A., but they're still in command. 9-0. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the third baseman, J.D. Davis. Ohtani back to work. Ball one there.
1-0.
Swing and a ball popped up. Betts settles underneath it. Pulls it in for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, left fielder, J.J. Bleday.
Next up for the A's, J.J. Bleday, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Tired or not, he's relentless with the way he pitches. He might be exhausted out there, but his stuff is still nasty.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-1. Fly ball center field. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop-out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Out towards right center field. Hernandez has it sized up. Hernandez snags it. Yuri Ruiz up next for the A's. Strike on the inside corner.
0-1.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes.
Had him way out front of the slur. The A's strand one. Steep hill to climb. It's a 9-0 deficit. All set to start the ninth in this one. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Muller back to work. Way high. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 now. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that gets down into the gap. Makes the turn and heads for second. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon.
Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You know, good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Max Muncy at the dish. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. A gigantic blast. And they add on. It's 11-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
And up next for Los Angeles, James Outman. Foul ball. Nobody on, nobody out here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Brown makes the catch, and there's one gone.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And here is Teoscar Hernandez. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add to their lead. It's 12-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Scott Alexander.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Base is empty, one away. Next is the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
1 strike.
And that one is lifted in the air on his way over. Calls it in, 2 away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
2 outs, base is empty. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Kike Hernandez. And ball 1 to the right fielder. Action in the pen down there. Sean Newcomb up and throwing. Base knock center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Ruiz makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in the East Bay. Now here is Nick Allen. And a pitch. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
And out number 1 on the grab. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Not even close there. And it's 2-0. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
Now just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Way out front for strike 2.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Hernandez pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. The Athletics down to their last out. Now the number 2 hitter, Zach Gelof. Right through there for a strike. Ripped to short. Jump throw across his body. He is safe, and that was bang, bang at first.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
Brent Rooker up next for the A's. That clips the zone, and that's strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. 1 strike away. Two outs. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Back-to-back singles. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And now here is Seth Brown. First and second, 2 down. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Comes up empty.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
That one misses. And a count 1 and 2. 2 on, 2 outs. Got it. And that'll do it.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today. But he had total command of this game, and he saw it all the way through to the end. Nice win.
12-0 your final here in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 31 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the Chicago White Sox. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And starting this one, Eric Fetty.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Ready to go now. Here's Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts.
The wind of the pitch. That one finds the zone, and we are underway. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Well, that's that slope right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Fires to first on the run, and Betts is gone. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul.
Freddie Freeman delivered a masterclass in 2023. Freeman and Betts fed off of each other's success, and it helped Freeman produce a .977 OPS, 29 home runs, and more than 100 RBIs. That's a great season.
To the right side. Can't field it cleanly. Still able to get it there in time. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice speed and a nice play for the out.
Will Smith now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Muncy to hit. Swing and a miss. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Late that time, and it's strike 2. And the right-hander deals. Swings through him for the K. Had him way out front of the slur. So the Dodgers leave one. Bottom of the first. Leading off, Andrew Benintendi. The pitch. Wouldn't chase that time. Ohtani, a former All-Star. He throws a slurve, a four-seamer, a cutter, a splitter, and he works in a sinker. The 1-0. Just missed. In for a strike. 3-1.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And a swing and a miss.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that split caught a lot of the zone. Definitely a hittable pitch, but coming off the fastball the pitch before, it's kind of tough to recognize. You notice there's something different about it. He threw it with the same arm action, same release point, and he left it up. But the movement and the change of speeds, that was enough to do the job.
Andrew Vaughn now. First offering, and it just misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that's a little high. 1 out, bases empty. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. One down, bases empty. And now 2-2.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and there's 2 down.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
The next offering misses. Ball 1.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Next pitch is outside. 2 outs, bases empty. A little out front there as he swings through it.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Righty to the plate. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Scoreless after 1. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field. Second inning set to go. And at the plate for the Dodgers, James Outman. The line of the pitch. That's down and in. Fetty measures 6 feet 4 inches. 31 years old. A former first-round pick back in 2014. And a good eye there. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent. So you got to stay ready at that.
And another ball. Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
That's in there. Strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
And there's ball 4. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Swings through that.
0-1's the count.
And that's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outman on at first. Nobody out. Fastball for a strike. Now 1-2. Got him swinging. Had him way out front of the slurve. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Big time power. And that one pulled foul.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
And the pitch. Got him swinging.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here's Jason Hayward. Just missed.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
So 2 away with nobody on. And now it's Gavin Lux. In there for strike 1. Swings and misses and 1 down below the zone.
2 strikes.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the second. In the air, left side. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And that is that. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. And it's 2-zip. We head to the bottom of the second. Here is Moncada.
Third baseman.
The right-hander back to work. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Next offering misses. And 1-1. Wouldn't chase that time. Bounce to the right. Lux throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting fifth. The designated hitter.
Eloy Jimenez now. That one fouled off. And a foul ball. Oh, 2 now. And they'll do it again. The White Sox trailing by 2. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Massive home run. It's 2-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely. No doubt off the bat. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So 1 out, nobody on. Now it's the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher. And that one got a piece of him.
No, Boog, I'll tell you firsthand, retired players, we miss a lot of things about playing the game in our playing days, but getting drilled by a pitch like that usually isn't something we talk about.
Paul DeYoung in now, takes ball one off the plate. And that one fouled off. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Nicky Lopez up to the plate. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Fouled off to the right. Fletcher off of first with 2 away. And that is the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And the home team down a run. You're dialed into the show. Here on the south side, top half of the third inning. Here's Mookie now. The wind and the pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Swing and a miss.
Betts can claim something not many players can. He's won the World Series playing in the National League and the American League.
There's a swing and a drive. Robert raging back towards the wall. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Well, I didn't think he got it off the bat. Thought the wind made it a lot more interesting than expected. Nice job of the center fielder. Puts it all the way back to the warning track. Man.
Swing and a line drive. Base hit out into center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Here goes the runner. That's in for a strike. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Gosh, that's just a terrible jump right there off first base. It really cost him. And it wasn't even a great throw, but it still allowed him to slap the tag on him just in time. Oogie, looked like it was you running or something. When you get off the blocks that poorly, you've got to be willing to shut it down and get back to first.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And we're back. Set for the bottom of the third. Martin Maldonado up to hit. The pitch. That catches the top part of the zone. That's strike one. And a swing and a miss. Now 1 away. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. That one at triple digits.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That's It's in there. That's strike 2.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off. Extend that at bat.
So digging in, Andrew Vaughn struck out swinging his first time. Wouldn't chase that time. The White Sox down by a run here in the last half of the third. There's a strike. And now 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Chi Sox held in check here. They're down 2-1. Start of the fourth. Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
But we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. It's a bomb. That was blasted to the moon. It's 3-1. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
And now the center fielder, James Outman. That one finds the zone. 1-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swings through that one. Down and in, moved his feet. Nobody on, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. Into center. Robert moves under it. Puts it away for the out. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He was a strikeout victim his first time. There's a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
And there's a ball. That's hard hit on the line. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And Hernandez is out. 2 away now. 2 outs, base is empty. Shohei Ohtani. Up to the dish. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
There's a swing and a miss. Ohtani off of first with 2 away. Runner takes off. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Had him way out front of the slurve. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Luis Robert now. Ohtani back to work. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
You know, these White Sox just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Just missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Stays alive. Payoff pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
I guarantee he's going to check the tape on that last pitch when he gets a chance, because he thought it was ball 4, and he wasn't wrong. I mean, it was a close pitch. Definitely not an easy call, but especially after a long at-bat, that'll drive you crazy getting rung up like that.
Here is Yohan Moncada. 0 for 1 so far. Fastball for a strike. Hard hit right side. Throw is low, and he can't pick it.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
Here's Eloy Jimenez. And now time is called as there's a visit to the mound. Just talking things over. Nobody getting loose out in the pen. It's a little consultation. First pitch just misses. And another ball. Good hitters count the 2-0. Check swing. Tried to hold up. Now an appeal to first. And he went around. Ruled a swing. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 down.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And now the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher. He was plunked in his first trip to the plate. Pitch misses. 1-0. The Dodgers leading by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. Throw over to first, and he's back in standing. That one missed.
It's a good take.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
This one in the air, right field. Hayward under it. drops into the glove, and that will end the inning. So one left for the White Sox, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back here on the south side, ready now for the 5th inning, and stepping in is the speedy Gavin Lux. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And first offering is fouled off. Lux. Lux measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Wisconsin. Out there to center. Robert right there to make the grab. One away. Mookie Betts now made his debut with the Red Sox in 2014 and actually hit a home run against the Dodgers in 2016.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Mookie is fantastic for baseball. A great player, big personality. He's played for some of the most popular teams in the league.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Corrals it. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 1 for 2. That one is absolutely belted. And forget it. He'll circle the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 4-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
Base is empty with 2 away. And up to the plate is Will Smith. And first offering is fouled off. And the pitch.
Hey.
Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Davy Garcia appears to be getting loose. Toussaint warming up as well.
1 ball.
That missed by a lot. And that is ball 1.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch.
He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers add 1 to their lead on the solo homer. It's now 4-1. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate. The pitch. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play.
You know, these White Sox, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
The pitch. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Now it's the second baseman, Nicky Lopez. Grounded out his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And the count is 1-1.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. And next to hit for the Sox, Martin Maldonado. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Right through there for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Kicks and fires. Fouled off left side. Got him. 2 away.
Number 23.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Benintendi up here. First pitch swinging.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of his outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
In the air to left center. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Now a long throw home. Coming home. He's safe as he gets his hand in. So man aboard. And now Andrew Vaughn, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Outside low. And that's ball one.
No strike.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And it's even up. Inside just missed. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. 2-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Popped up. Lux gets under it. Hauls it in to end the inning. Sox get 1 on the RBI double. It's now 4-2. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Davy Garcia.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now it's Max Muncy. He's already homered here in this one.
Max Muncy.
And here it comes. That's ripped to right down the line. Fletcher pulls it down, and there's 1 down.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Nope,
Outman, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Nope, 1-0.
Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Michael Kopech up and loosening in the pen. And it's fouled away. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Ripped on the ground to second. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Teoscar Hernandez digs in now. Hit in the air, left field. Benintendi moving under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So they make back at guaranteed rate field. And now it's Luis Robert. Ohtani back to work. That clips the corner.
Well, the bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Fought off foul. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And the count is 1-2. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Drifts towards it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the White Sox.
And now Yoan Moncada. And ball one. The Dodgers holding on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Popped up left side, under it. Snags it for the second out. So up next for Chicago, Eloy Jimenez. He's already homered in this game. Into left center for a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
And now Dominic Fletcher just missed. And now it's even up.
1-1.
Right through there for a strike. Jimenez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Picks and misses. It's a strikeout. The White Sox leave 1. They trail it here 4-2. We go to the top of the 7th, and now the DH, Shohei Ohtani. And a pitch. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Now it's the right fielder, Jason Hayward, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
Just missed.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen. By accident.
Left-hand batter waits. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Kicks and deals. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. 1 out. Gavin Lux steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Gavin Lux.
This one lifted in the air, left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And there are 2 down. Back To the top of the lineup, here's Mookie Betts now. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. And a foul ball. He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. Settles underneath it. Brings it in for the third out. One left for L.A. as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. And we're back. Bottom of the seventh. And now the shortstop, Paul DeYoung. The pitch. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. And that's outside. 2-2.
Man, he's been really good. About to hit that 100 pitch mark here in the seventh. Man, we'll see how far they're going to ride him, but it's been pretty good so far.
And the righty deals. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this spot or not.
Nicky Lopez steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know what,
it appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Joe Kelly.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
The tying run at the plate.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Martin Maldonado hitting on deck circle.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, no outs. Martin Maldonado will hit next. That one hooked foul. So the tying run at second. Turned on, but foul wide of third. 0-2 now. Strike three, got him swinging. And that is a big first out.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Andrew Benintendi steps up. Just missed.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
And there's a ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute to finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. There's the strike. That one at triple digits.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball.
Caught and looking for the K.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. That misses the zone. Ball one. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here the bottom of the seventh. And a 1-1. Out in front and foul to the left side.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Got him looking. That ends the inning. White Sox strand a couple. Still down by a count of 4-2. Ready to begin the eighth, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget it. About having any success against him.
Here comes a pitch. Late swing, foul to the left. Garcia, 24 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. The wide to kick the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Maldonado down to first with it. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Will Smith. And that's downstairs and outside. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the eighth. Right through there for a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
This to center field. Robert sizing this one up. Makes the grab, and there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Max Muncy. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1.
1-1.
Muncy hits one in the air. Sizes this one up. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Here on the south side, bottom of the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Luis Robert. And he deals. And that's too high. Wouldn't chase that time.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights. Pops.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He nails one out to right. It's 4-3.
So frustrating for any pitcher. Finished outside the zone, and he still managed to get punished with a home run. At this level, you got to be good. Sometimes you got to be a little lucky. That was a pretty nasty pitch. Sinker on the outside corner, but he did a great job of covering it, and he hit the ball out of the park.
Yoan Moncada steps to the plate for the White Sox.
So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Nope. That one missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss there.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
On the ground right side. Freeman takes it to the bag. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Jimenez in the box now. Takes strike 1. And a foul ball left side. Righty delivers. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Up against the wall and brings it in.
Typically not easy to go deep to center field, but he almost did right there and got a little help from the wind, just not enough.
And now the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Late with the swing there.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. And the count 1-2. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. White Sox draw a bit closer thanks to this home run. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Back after this on the show. New inning getting started, and now the center fielder, James Outman. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
And next for L.A., Teoscar Hernandez. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swings over the top of that one.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Behind 0-2, he steps out for time. This one high in the air to left center. Robert on the move. Makes the grab for the second out. 2 outs, base. Empty. And now it's going to be Shohei Ohtani. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
foul ball. Now before the The 1-1 time is called. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Next pitch is outside. That one ripped. That's back. Out of here. And they add to the lead. It's 5-3. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 down, and up next for Los Angeles, Jason Hayward. 1 for 3. And that skips into dirt. This one in the air, center field. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 5-3. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. So bottom of the ninth, here's the shortstop at the plate, Paul DeYoung. The right-hander back to work.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the ninth means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
The shortstop takes a ball. And there's a ball. Up the middle. And that one finds its way through. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Wide throw, and it gets away. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, players pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
Lopez in the box now, takes strike 1. Tying run at the plate. And he hits a ground ball right side. Lux over to second, and that's 2.
Well, that's a huge ball in play to get the double play defensively. Just one more guy to get this save for the closer.
White Sox down to their final out. Martin Maldonado, the next to hit. Not close with that one, and that's ball one. 2-run game, a 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. And another ball.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
And that's a little bit high.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back. And that one is going to go. A gigantic blast. It's 5-4.
He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. Just missed.
Ball one, no strike.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. On the mound now, Brusdar Graterol.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And that one hit 97 on the gun. Out to short, Betts. Throw to first, ball game. And the Dodgers hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, you take a tie ball game into the 9th on the road, you know that you've got some work to do. You got to score, but then you've also got to get 3 outs in the bottom half of that inning. They did just that today. Very well played ball game. Get this win on the road. Everybody's happy with the W.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. For the victorious Dodgers, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 3 runners on base. For the White Sox, 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely. Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder.
Jeter gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Tag. And they got him. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. There's the ball. Go to second. Ow! Tied up here in the early going. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Go to second. Out. Runner breaks early for second, and a step off to second, and he's out. Tied up here in the early going. Runner on the go. On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, Curtis Granderson.
Oh, he jumped the gun for second. To second, and he's out. Jeter aboard here at first with nobody out. Snap throw to first. Jeter dives and can't get back in time. He's picked off. And that one missing low. step off. Oh, he jumped early. Tag, and he's out at first. Couldn't get back to the bag. Tied up here in the early going. Runner on to go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Save. And with that stolen base, Derek Jeter becomes the all-time stolen base leader in New York Yankee history. That's number 327 in his career.
Derek got his first hit on May 30th of 1995. 17 years later, we stand at the precipice of history. That one's drilled deep to left field. Looking up. See ya. 3,000. History with an exclamation point. Oh, what a way to join the 3,000 hit club. Derek Jeter has done it in grand style.
Getting my 3,000 hit was a relief. Anytime something was focused solely on me, it made me uncomfortable. I put a lot of pressure on myself to do it. I did put a lot of pressure on myself to do it at home, and I struggled quite a bit. It was a relief.
And Derek becomes the 28th man to pick up 3,000 hits, the first Yankee ever in the glorious history of the franchise, and he does it with a home run.
It gave me a chance to exhale. Consistency in my mind is the most undervalued and underappreciated characteristic in any profession. You don't miss it until it's gone. I think it's consistency in your overall behavior. I think it's in your work ethic. I tried to be consistent day in and day out. I wanted the organization, I wanted my teammates to be able to count on me, fan base to be able to count on me. And I took a lot of pride in that.
Derek Jeter leading off, and fans here hoping they'll witness history today.
And you know cameras and cell phones will be clicking away during every Jeter at bat this afternoon.
Here's a rocket out to left. Crow makes the grab, one pitch and one out. Singy, how do you figure a kid from Kalamazoo, Michigan becomes such a big Yankee fan?
Well, let's not forget he was born in New Jersey, prime Yankees territory.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. That one ripped right center field. And in one hops the wall. Around third. The relay to the plate. He scores. It's 5-1. Pitch misses inside. Ball one. Derek's father, Charles Jeter, in the stands, as he so often has been for important moments in his son's career.
Film on today, though, Dorothy Jeter attending the christening of her grandson, Jaden.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Now fly ball to right center. Curtis on the move. This one is over. And just listen to this crowd as the captain, Derek Jeter, steps to the plate.
No, Boo, Derek has always been the epitome of a team player, and I'm sure he's more anxious than anyone to reach 3,000 and get the attention off him and back on the team.
To third, Longoria zips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
That's the ball.
1 down, base is empty. Late swing, fouled off. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit in the air, center field. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Line drive. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock. In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Derek Jeter leading off, and fans here hoping they'll witness history today.
And you know cameras and cell phones will be clicking away during every Jeter at bat this afternoon.
Curtis makes the grab, and a quick out, number 1. Here's a rip to short, but he's there. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
0-1's the count.
One out, base is empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Bounce to the left side, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. To second, there's 1. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. And just listen to this crowd as the captain, Derek Jeter, steps to the plate.
No, Boo, Derek has always been the epitome of a team player, and I'm sure he's more anxious than anyone to reach 3,000 and get the attention off him and back on the team.
That to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. Saunders headed for the plate. He'll score, and they're up by 3.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing.
Base hit, 1 run in already. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Got his first hit on May 30th of 1995. 17 years later, we stand at the precipice of history. That one's drilled deep to left field. Looking up. See ya. 3,000. History with an exclamation point. Oh, what a way to join the 3,000 hit club. Derek Jeter has done it in grand style.
Getting my 3,000 hit was a relief. Anytime something was focused solely on me, it made me uncomfortable. I put a lot of pressure on myself to do it. I did put a lot of pressure on myself to do it at home, and I struggled quite a bit. It was a relief.
And Derek becomes the 28th man to pick up 3,000 hits, the first Yankee ever in the glorious history of the franchise, and he does it with a home run.
It gave me a chance to exhale. Consistency in my mind is the most undervalued and underappreciated characteristic in any profession. You don't miss it until it's gone. I think it's consistency in your overall behavior. I think it's in your work ethic. I try to be consistent day in and day out. I wanted the organization, I wanted my teammates to be able to count on me, fan base to be able to count on me. And I took a lot of pride in that.
Back in the Bronx and stepping in for the Yankees, Derek Jeter.
The shortstop.
Singy, how do you figure a kid from Kalamazoo, Michigan becomes such a big Yankee fan?
Well, let's not forget he was born in New Jersey, prime Yankees territory.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. So Derek Jeter credits his grandmother with making him a Yankee fan.
That's right. After moving to Michigan, he visited her every summer, and they would follow.
Dives, but it's off his glove. Base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Derek's father, Charles Jeter, in the stands, as he so often has been for important moments in his son's career.
Film on today, though, Dorothy Jeter attending the...
And there's the third out. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it hits the fence. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay throw. He'll score easily, and it's now a 2-run game. base hit as a run scores. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Save!
I took a lot of time thinking about this. Last year I've been very vocal on how disappointing last year was, how hard it was for me to play. Most importantly, I always told myself if it felt like a job, that it was time for me to go home. And I had broken my ankle twice, 2012 and then in 2013, and it had become physically too challenging for me to play. I knew it was time for me to retire. The last season was tough for me. It almost felt like I was attending my funeral at every city I go to for the last time because they're showing highlights of my career and giving me parting gifts, which I appreciated very much, but it was a tough year for me. My final game at Yankee Stadium was the toughest game I've ever had to play emotionally. It was the only game I played in my career in 20 years that didn't mean anything because we were mathematically eliminated. So I played one game in Yankee Stadium that didn't count, and it was the last game I ever played. The fans treated it like it was a playoff game.
A drive to deep left, way back, and it's off the wall. A double by Jeter, and it's a 2-1 game.
Top of the ninth inning, I was saying, take me out of the game before I mess it all up. And then, home run, it's tied.
Back goes Young, looking up, tie game.
And I'm like, man, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. I knew I was coming up third.
Well, the script is there. The last page is in Derek's hands.
I just knelt down. I said, God, if you have one more hit left in you, please let it be right here.
Game at the bottom of the ninth. Derek Jeter at the plate. Was there any doubt that today would come down to a moment like this?
I don't think so, Boog. It's been a storybook career, and now we've got ourselves a chance at a storybook ending.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out. A crowd of nearly 49,000. Every single one of them hoping for one more magic moment from the captain.
And why not, right? The rain stopped. The closer blew the save. Everything seems to be aligning today for Jeter and these hometown fans to celebrate one last time together.
The winning run on second base. A laser to left base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. Whoa, not in time, and they walk it off.
be true Hollywood, and Jeter gets a base hit to win the game.
A base hit to right. They're waving him home. The throw, it's close, but he scores.
Derek Jeter, where fantasy becomes reality.
It's just one of those magical moments in Yankee Stadium. And it just played out like it was a storybook ending. And it's funny because people say, oh, it's all scripted. Yeah, okay. We scripted the whole entire thing. It couldn't have gone any better. After the game, when I go out to shortstop, I just wanted to remember the feeling of being at shortstop for the last time. I wanted to take that with me. I just wanted to have a moment to myself, even though it's not to myself because it's in front of all the Yankee fans. But for us as players, that's who we play for, is fans, and they push you day in and day out. They're never satisfied, which is why we got along so good.
I don't know if any athlete anywhere has bonded with the fans more than Derek has.
There's a lot of people that have dreams of playing baseball. People see individuals that have had some level of success and they think they just woke up there. But there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, a lot of preparation, and a lot of people that help you along the way. You have to work harder than everyone else. And if you're passionate about it, then it's not work. I don't know if I'd change anything if I could go back. You know, I want to tell myself to have fun and enjoy it a little bit more. But then I don't think I'd be where I am if I did. I wouldn't change anything. This is my stop. See you in the show.
For a young Henry Aaron to leave Mobile to go join the Indianapolis Clowns, I think he had the fastest hands through the hitting zone this sport has ever seen.
Hank Aaron finds one he likes and singles into right.
As he himself would say, I never looked for a fastball because I didn't think anyone could get one by me. And he was only hitting about 467 when he was signed away to go join then the Boston Braves. Oh yeah, the hammer was destined to be one of, and in the eyes from this kid from Crawfordville, Georgia, the greatest baseball player of all time.
Henry Aaron digging in now. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Henry Aaron had such a pure hitting approach, Boog. If you took out his 755 career homers, he'd still have more than 3,000 career hits. Just amazing. Guy batted over 314 of his 23 MLB seasons.
Next offering is in for a strike. Singy, you brought up Aaron's consistent excellence. Not many players in baseball history were as good year in and year out.
It's just ridiculous, Boog, when you think about it. And his 21 years with the Braves, he averaged 35 homers and 105 RBIs while hitting .310 for 21 years. Incredible.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. That one is absolutely belted. That's bad. It's gone! Grand slam! In steps the hard-swinging youngster Henry Aaron. And first offering is fouled off.
In 1948, Henry Aaron got to see Jackie Robinson speak in Henry's hometown of Mobile, Alabama. Henry told his dad he'd reached the majors before Jackie retired, and he was right. Aaron debuted in 1954, and Jackie retired a couple of years later.
And that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Chris, that story you told about Aaron and Jackie is great. And it's a good reminder that Henry had more than just power in his game. He stole 240 bases in the majors, including 28 when he was 34 years old. Slider for a strike.
A few days after Aaron signed with the Clowns, their manager Bunny Downs wrote to a friend that he thought Henry would develop into a great player one of these days. Safe to say that he nailed that scouting report.
A 1-2. Center field. Newman under it. 2 down. Another scouting report on Henry came from his first manager with the Braves, Charlie Grimm, who said Henry's strike zone was, quote, a general area ranging from the top of his head to his toes, end quote. Reminds you of anyone?
Oh, automatically Vlad Guerrero Sr. for sure.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Top of the zone for a called strike. Here's the 0-2. On the ground, right side. Gathers and throws to first. That's the first out at the top of the 7th. 2 outs, bases loaded. Henry Aaron digging in now. swing and a attacker that rolls foul. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. That's off the mark, and it's 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. This looks like extra bases. 1 run's in. The second run scores. 3 runs are in. It's 8-1.
By now, Jackie Robinson had broken baseball's color barrier. The major leagues were no longer a pipe dream. This was very real. But Henry Aaron already knew. He had the confidence because what he knew is, if I can play in the Negro Leagues, I can play in any league. That's how great the talent was in the Negro Leagues. And for those Negro League players and his Indianapolis Clown teammates, they were never bitter. They may have lamented the fact that this happened when they were beyond their prime. But what did they do? They protected that young ball player as much as they could. They tried to shield them from as much of the harshness that life on the road in the Negro Leagues presented, because they knew that a young Henry Aaron had an opportunity. And Henry Aaron and Ernie Banks and the other young stars that left the Negro Leagues, they never forgot that. They carried that spirit with them as they continued to make their journey and transition into Major League Baseball.
And now Henry Aaron.
You know, we've talked before about Henry Aaron's consistent excellence, but one stat that really stands out is his single season high for homers. Only 47, but he hit 30 or more homers in 15 seasons, just like that.
Save! And they take the lead. That one not close. 1-0. What you were saying about Aaron's consistency, Chris, it doesn't happen without staying on the field. He played at least 145 games in 16 seasons, and that's tied for second all time. The shortstop takes the ball.
That durability of Aaron's has a lot to do with his athleticism. Warren Spahn said he'd be the perfect ball player to clone, and that he thought Henry could have been a 20-game winner on the mound.
And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Laps around third. The relay. The tag, and he's safe.
What is so remarkable about Henry Aaron's journey to becoming one of the greatest of all time is that he really had no real opportunity to play organized baseball. Well, young Henry Aaron would take his mother's broomstick, and he learned how to hit bottle caps with a broomstick. And if you can hit a bottle cap with a broomstick, chances are you're going to be able to hit a baseball. And Henry Aaron could hit that baseball. And I would be remiss if I didn't remind you that before he was known as the Hammer or Hammerin' Hank, his nickname was Pork Chops. The late Don Motley, who was the executive director of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, he said, "Mr. Aaron, why do they nickname you Pork Chops?" And Mr. Aaron looks at him and says, "I guess that was the only thing on the menu that I knew how to order." So he found something and he stuck with it.
Henry Aaron stepping in with a chance to do some damage. Reese back to work. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Got him swinging. There's a swing and a drive. Newman going back on this one. Hits the top of the wall. Glass coming home. He scores. It's 3-1.
Buck O'Neill's recollection of Henry Aaron is priceless. They're playing in a spring training game down in Mobile, Alabama, Kansas City Monarchs against the Indianapolis Clowns. Buck and legendary Clowns manager Buster Hayward, they meet at the mound to exchange lineup cards. Buck instantly looks at the lineup card and sees that there's a kid named Aaron batting in the 3-hole. Buster cracks up. He said, "Oh, Buck, you got to see him." Buck said, "Okay, well, we'll see what he got." Well, by the end of that game, this kid, Aaron, had gone 4 for 4 with 2 home runs. Later that night at dinner, Buck says, "Well, Buster, I ain't going to have to worry about that kid, Aaron." Buster's like, "Buck, what you talking about?" Said, "By the time you get to Kansas City, he going to be gone." True enough, he was signed away by the Boston Braves.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back.
Henry Aaron digging in now. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's the inning. The wind of the pitch. Line drive, caught.
After Henry Aaron signed with the Braves, he only spent 2 years in the minors. His second year was with Jacksonville in the South Atlantic League. Batted .362, led the league in 6 categories, and won the league MVP award.
And that is the third out of the inning. Back here in Indianapolis, bottom of the ninth, and now Henry Aaron. The shortstop takes the ball. You know, the way Aaron got started in the majors is reminiscent of Lou Gehrig and Wally Pitt. Bobby Thompson broke his ankle sliding in a spring training game, and the Braves called Aaron up to replace him. The rest is history. So 2 down, and the batter will be the shortstop, Henry Aaron. Strike 1.
0-1.
Good eye in that spot. Down the left field line, could be extra bases. The throw into second, and he starts his afternoon off right with a double. And that one wrapped foul.
Well, that's where you want to be right there. All over that first pitch fastball. Just a little too much hook on it. Straighten that thing out. You get to jog around the bases.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. One out, and a runner at second here in the last half of the third. Not even close there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
Got it by him for the K. A big swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
In the air out to center. Calls it in, and there's one away. Here's Aaron to the plate already with a knock in this one. Drive, base hit. Bates headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. It's 2-1.
For a young Henry Aaron to go join the Negro League's Indianapolis Clowns in 1952 was truly a litmus test. He had no doubt that he would be able to move through and compete at a high level in the major leagues because of the talent that was there in the Negro Leagues. He gained the confidence that would allow him to ascend. He really never fashioned himself as a power hitter. He was a ball player who believed that he wanted to hit the ball hard every opportunity, and it just happened to go over the fence 755 times. But as I remind folks, he still has over 3,000 hits. His RBI record will likely never be broken, nor will his total base record. He simply did everything right, as Buck O'Neil would say. He was a beautiful ball player, and indeed he was.
Young Henry Aaron digs in with the bases loaded and 2 gone. That's to third, and that one handled. They take the force out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out. And first offering is fouled off.
In his second season, 1955, Henry Aaron told the Sporting News, "Last year I was sort of a kid and I was a little scared. I ain't scared anymore." That was his first of 21 straight All-Star seasons.
Out of here, Henry Aaron.
And no matter how tall and how high the mountain is, that if you try hard enough, that you can reach the top.
Like a sound you hear that lingers in your ear, but you can't forget from sundown to sunset.
One of my fondest memories out of so many great memories here at this museum was getting to walk my childhood idol through the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. And so as we are making this walk through the museum, we get to what is my favorite photograph in the entire exhibition. It's a nondescript photograph of then a very young Henry Aaron, 18 years old. And he looks at me and he says, "Well, Bob, I may have had 2 changes of clothes in that bag, $1.50 in my pocket, and a ham sandwich that my mama had made me, going to go chase that dream." It worked out pretty well for the hammer. For a lot of visitors who come in, and they're very respectful when I'm telling them the stories of Josh Gibson and the other heroes of the Negro Leagues. But you could almost discern that they're saying to themselves, "I'm sure they were pretty good, but I don't know if they were as good as Bob says they are." But then you get to that photograph of a young Henry Aaron. Many of our visitors are shocked to discover that it all began in the Negro Leagues. It opens their eyes to the possibilities that just maybe there could have been some ball players who preceded Henry Aaron that were just as good who never got the opportunity to play in the major leagues. The Negro Leagues Baseball Museum brings them all to life.
Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side of Chicago. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Kansas City Royals going up against the Chicago White Sox. And we'll be back to the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to go. Pitching in our game today, Garrett Crochet.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go? And to the plate for Kansas City, Michael Massey.
The second baseman, Michael Massey.
Oh my God, this is so amazing. I am so happy.